So you come out of a completely different industry.
Mm-hmm.
So one might think you have a knowledge of doing business that extends the watch industry. What do you think are success factors, like reoccurring success factors, that are not depending on an industry?
I think the absolutely most important thing is be consequent. Think about what you want to do. Discuss as much as you want. It's no problem. Different opinions. Everybody has his own. Try to find a compromise or what else. Make a plan and then be consequent. Don't change it. Just keep it. That's, for me, the most important thing. Because at the end, there are many ways to be successful. But if you're not consequent, they all failed. The second thing is always be fair to your suppliers, be fair to your clients, be fair to your employees. At the end, you always meet twice.
I have a follow-up question on the first thing you said, because I found it quite interesting. You mentioned on one side to have a plan and stick to it. Mm-hmm. And on the other hand, you mentioned there are many ways to do it. Mm-hmm. Was this intentional? So can you stick to a plan and then still redirect on which way you want to achieve this plan?
It's also consequent not to change the plan completely. A plan is, most times it's more an idea, it's more a target you want a goal you want. But how do you do it? You can come from the left, you can come from the right. It doesn't matter. At the end, it's a goal. Yeah. And if you see, okay, there's a problem, go from the other side. But I still have the same target. I want to go there. And that's the way how I want to go there. At the end, it's always like a football game, as I told. If you're always coming from the same corner, you will not win. Be flexible. Then you're a good team. But at the end, the plan, the master plan, is always the same. This is where we have to be consequent.
Nice analogy.
So, Jupp, being an entrepreneur, having how many companies?
I think it's 5.
5 companies.
It's changing all the time.
Changing all the time. 5 companies and Fortis. What do you do for a healthy work-life balance?
It's quite modern to talk about work-life.
I love that.
Yeah,
it's like someone in the books told me to ask for work-life balance.
To be honest, if you need to work on your work-life balance, find another job. You have the wrong work. Definitely, I love my job and I love what I'm working. So this is my life at the end.
So you're not working?
No, I'm not working. I love what I'm doing, and I'm doing it 24 hours, 7 days a week. This is how you should organize your life. If you have just the work for earning money, try to find something different.
Yeah, I guess so.
You will not be happy.
Yeah, I agree on that. I mean, it's the same with me. I'm not working for a single day of my life. And I think, maybe I reform the question a bit more. Not work-life balance maybe, but what do you do if you're not with one of your companies? Like, what do you do with your family? Where do you go for holiday? What are you doing in winter? You know,
of course.
Are you doing something next to the work?
Yeah, you need your spare time, of course. And it's also part of the work to clean up your head. 100%. If you give every day 120%, the next day you only have 80.
True.
It's quite easy. It's only 100% are enough. But you have to clean up your head and you have to need your spare time. But that's also for me to recharge. It's part of my work. That's how I see it.
Nice. Not sure if... Yeah, I've never thought about that like this. Yeah.
No, actually, I did not as well. I also don't really think much about work-life balance, but I also think this is a very privileged thing to say. I mean, also what you two just said, about not looking at this like work is very privileged. And I also don't think that there's a good advice when it comes to work-life balance for everybody, because it's something else or something different for everybody. For me, for example, it's flexibility. So while I don't really care whether any one of you texts me on a Sunday or a Saturday, or I just don't care what day of the week it is, I think that's the one thing I love, that I'm free to work on whatever day I want. But on the contrary, I'm also free to do the laundry on a Monday morning because it's just you, for example. Yeah. And if you're calling me and I'm doing the laundry, then I'm telling you I'm doing the laundry.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Also, it's also the part of the life.
I think that's what I love, or is the most important for me right now, to be flexible in what I'm doing. And yeah, but it's especially the one thought about the 120 and 80%. That's a very measurable. Yeah, I love it.
It's easy. But maybe we should define it different. Maybe not the it's all about work. Maybe the work is a part of the family, because also the family has to survive. So one of the family has to work.
At least.
It's one organism.
That's true.
I mean, and you have to see the whole thing and not just one. And I do not want to separate between work and family. There is no line between.
Yeah.
This is just one thing.
Yeah, I mean, I can agree on the flexibility, on the. I don't know if I have taken holidays, like one used to do. Like, I need to book holidays, this and that. And you're speaking with HR. Is that possible to do?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm there. Whenever you need me, I'm there. And if I'm not there, you don't fucking need me. So it's like a bit like. I've got two little kids, when they're sick, they're sick. I can't change it.
Of course. It is what it is. And at the end, we do not tell we go on holiday. I only tell I will be in Africa the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, maybe it takes an hour longer.
Don't call me.
Yeah. So yeah, that's I know that not everyone in the world has that kind of lucky hand for a job. But at the end of the day, you can always change it if you want to. I believe that. If you're not happy with what you're having, change it.
Change it.
You can do that. I'm absolutely sure. Do you want to know more about the brand or have any other question? Just leave a comment below and we'll try to make it happen in the next one.